have Nadine Prinsloo and Joanne Sykes from Cemcrete, and a special hello to Joanne. Joanne is one of the directors at Cemcrete, and we haven't seen her for a long time. We've been on the radio together a few times, but So the way we're going to do this, guys, is we have a slideshow, which Nadine is going to run us. Are you okay, Nadine?
Yes,
can you see it fine? And then we're just going to chat about it. If there's anything that needs more clarity or maybe could be more connected to planning. So I'm going to leave it to you, Nadine. This is Nadine Prinsloo from Cemcrete.
Cool. I think the biggest thing that we would like all of you to take away from today is opening up basically a new world of finishes. We all are kind of preconditioned to think that there's only tiles or carpets or paint out there. Sorry, Promac paints. But there is something different out there than just the normal paint or tiles. So that's what we would like to show you guys today. And that's why we want to introduce you to cement finishes. And basically we've been going on this new saying that it's handmade, unique, raw, natural. So that's the whole, and you'll see design trends out there are changing to go more towards the handmade, unique, natural look. And that's what cement finishes are all about. And that's what Cemcrete can provide you. So we are the manufacturers, the leading manufacturer of cement finishes in South Africa. Then just to quickly take you through some of the characteristics of cement finishes, because you need to know what the finish is going to be before you actually know if you're going to like it or if you want it in your space. So important thing is that it's not uniform in color. That's what we love about it. So a cement finish will never be one solid color. It will have that natural movement, mottling, variation in color. It's a hand applied process. So very important to understand that cement is not something, you actually buy it in a bag, in a powder form. It needs to be mixed on site and then applied. So it's not necessarily as easy as an application as a paint that's ready to apply, or as tiles that you just come ready manufactured and you can just basically install it. It is a little bit more of a artistic application than just your normal paint or normal tiles. So that's why you need to come and speak to us as the manufacturers of the products to actually make sure that you understand the process of applying it, so that you can choose the right contractor to actually apply it for you as well.
Nadine, just something on the application. As you say, it's a cementitious sort of trowel-based or brush-based product. You guys have a training center.
Yes.
Is that available to, I doubt whether a homeowner wants to learn how to do the job, but they may want to learn, just see how it's used.
They can actually, yes. We've got a training academy, which is based close to our head office in Industria. It's free demo days that we offer there. So there you won't actually be applying it yourself, but you can go and see how they actually mix the products in front of you, how it's actually applied. We've got a range of over 80 products, so it also gets a bit confusing sometimes which products can work in which area. So once you're there, they'll actually show you which product, how it's mixed, how it's applied. So you physically see it in front of your face. You don't just see the beautiful pictures, but you can see how they do it. Basically, just a brief explanation of all our main products that we do have. The first one that you'll see there, it's called Color Hardener. That's a floor finish that's basically, you'll see actually McDonald's floor there as well. So it's one of our more durable floor finishes. Color Hardener is actually a dry shake powder that they do onto a wet new screed. So what's great about this product is it happens the same day as your screed application. So basically your contractor doing your Cemcrete flooring for you will do your screed and your Cemcrete finish at the same time, instead of doing your standard screed and then doing your tiles on top of it, or then doing a different cementitious coating on top of it. This all happens at the same day. It dries with your screed, it cures with your screed. So that's quite a nice product. If you are doing a new building, then it's quite a nice product to go for. Just makes the process a bit shorter. The second one we've got here is called Crete Coat. So a Crete coat would be the one, so say you're renovating, you have an existing screed there at the moment, or you have tiles there, or if you've got carpets there at the moment, but you would like that cementitious smooth look, then what you can do is just remove your tiles, remove your carpet. Can even be done on top of tiles. Crete coat is just a thin coating that they'll do on top of your existing screed. So it's actually only 1.52 millimeters thick, the coating.
Can you put it on top of tiles?
Yes, you can.
There's a
quite
process,
yes,
yeah.
go.
There's quite a big process involved. Sometimes, especially if it can create a lot of mess, you've got to grind the tiles down to get rid of the glaze. But so sometimes it's actually easier to take the tiles out and go back to the screed beneath. But it is possible to go over tiles.
Can even go onto vanity. So like you saw in that previous picture, which is quite nice, if you've got a built-up vanity, you can actually coat your vanities with your Crete coat as well. Then we've got a range of wall finishes as well. So if you've got that, our products are similar range for your floors and a different range for your walls. But if you want that same seamless, cementitious look, we've got similar products that you can use on your wall to give you that same look. So the first one you'll see is called Cemcrete, which is very similar to your Crete coat for your floor, but it's just a trowel on coating for your walls. So you can get that same seamless look in your bathroom walls. It's very popular, so you can actually use it inside showers, bath surrounds. You can even have a built-up bathtub coated with Cemcrete on the inside. Completely waterproof. It needs to have a sealer applied to it, but once it's sealed, it's completely waterproof. Then you get something called Cemplaster. You'll see that off-shutter cement look is quite popular at the moment. So Cemplaster is most often used to create that look. Cemplaster is very similar to Cemcrete, it's just that you can use this for exterior areas as well. But what's great about the finish is that you apply it on site, so once it's still wet you can actually customize it and carve, do the line work into it, or the actual bolt marks, or you can even imprint it. So you can create so many different textures with it. It doesn't just have to be a smooth plastered wall. Then we get some brush on wall finishes as well. This one is called Cemcoat. Cemcoat you can use for interior and exterior areas, so a little bit easier to apply than your trowel on wall finishes. This one you can actually just brush onto your surface, but it still gives you that very nice cement movement and mottling.
A question, either for you or Joe, is when you choose to use one of these products, is it advisable to use an applicator or a subcontractor that knows your products, rather than buying a bag of stuff and giving it to whoever?
Yeah, no, definitely. The products are, they have, you can get it wrong very easily if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't read the instructions. It's not difficult, but it is easy to get wrong. So it's always advisable to use someone who's just used it before and knows what they're doing.
Okay, I guess the brush on the painter could probably handle that, but if you were doing a floor, might need a bit more expertise.
Yes,
The floors are usually the more where you need the proper applicator. Yeah.
But even the brush on, it's not as easy as just a normal paint. So you still want to make sure that you're getting a contractor that at least has worked with the product before or has gone to our free demo days, just to make sure they do understand a cement coating is a little bit different to a paint in terms of when you do apply it, you can't stop halfway through the wall, go for tea and then come back. You have to make sure that you're working on a wet edge all the time. So there's silly small tips and tricks that they do pick up at the demo day that you want them to know before choosing your contractor. Then you get Cemwash, which is very, very similar to your Cemcoat. It's again a brush on wall coating, but it's very popular for exterior walls because of the durability of your Cemwash coating. Gives you a very rough textured look, so that's your typical kind of bag wash wall finish that we all know of. Then pool. Cemcrete is actually very popular for their pool coating, so that was actually one of the first product that Cemcrete started with, was Poolcrete, which is our version. Poolcrete is our brand name for Marbolite, for a pool plaster. But what's great about Cemcrete's range of Poolcrete is our color range. Where most companies that do Marbolite plaster coatings, they only have a standard 5 colors. I think at the moment we've got about 14, 15 different shades of Poolcrete, and the most amazing blues. So different, we've got a Moroccan blue, an ocean blue. So we've got beautiful color range that if you actually want your pool to create part of your whole design look and you want to create that moody pool, then you can actually get that with the Cemcrete Poolcrete. all these products we just explained, it does become a little bit confusing sometimes because it's Cem and Coats and Cretes and but they all are on show at our showroom in Parktown North. It's on Jan Smuts Avenue. We open all weekdays, Saturdays from 9 to 1. So please come through to our showroom. That's why we're there. We would like the clients to approach us, the product manufacturers, directly. We show you which products we believe you should use, and we can advise you, put you in touch with contractors. We actually launched a licensed contractor program this year as well. So we can put you in touch with a licensed contractor now, that's someone that you know they're going to be doing a good job with your house, especially if you're going to be investing the money in your finish. And a cement finish, the great thing about it is that it's going to last you a lifetime. So it might be a little bit more expensive, but it's going to last you a lifetime. So make that investment and actually come to us and let us guide you through the whole process.
I'm a bit biased with Cemcrete products because we as an architectural firm have used these guys for a long time. And we've done nearly 100 lodges in Southern Africa, and I think almost every one of them's got Cemcrete in it somewhere. We also did a project in Belito where, if memory, Gordon might help me out from BuildAid. I think there were a few hectares if you measured up all the areas of where the product were 240 upmarket apartments. And I think it was on the walls, the floors, probably even on the ceiling.
Everywhere, yeah.
Guys, when it comes to costs, let me just paint a scenario, if I may. Particularly with floors, if you're laying a Cemcrete floor, you're dealing with the screed and the finish of the floor all in one go.
Yes. With our specifically with color hardener, there you do. So there it actually goes into your screed. So your Cemcrete contractor would be doing your screed for you, plus your Cemcrete finish, plus your sealer all together. So from your builder side, your builder doesn't have to actually do your screed for you.
So if you were laying another type of floor, whether it's a tile or a laminate floor, you'd have the screed and then the finish on top of the screed. So where I'm going to with this is it's a cost-efficient product.
It can be, yes. You know, it's especially when you're comparing to tiles, it gets very tricky because you can get very, very cheap tiles. You can get a cheap tiler, you know, but you can also get very expensive tiles. So if you've got to compare with a good quality, well-made tile. If you're going to compare with tiles, if you're going to compare it to a very cheap Chinese, then obviously you're going to be more expensive. But there are a lot of tiles out there that can actually give you a very similar look to cement floor, but they're actually almost double, triple the price than a cement floor. So why not just get the actual floor you're looking for?
I think with tiles, I'm not knocking tiles because there's some really beautiful tiles. But you also, depending on the cost of the tile, you've also got to be very careful of repeats because there's a pattern on it that somewhere down the line it will repeat. And depending on how they've laid those tiles, you may pick it up. Cost is something that are obviously close to BuildAid's heart, and it's always something that people go, no, don't talk to me about cost, because how long is a piece of string? It depends on so many things.
Especially renovating, it's very tricky to give an outright costing of renovating because it depends on the prep work from what's there before. What do you have to lift up? What prep work is needed? Is the screed sufficient to work onto? All of that, Building from new is obviously much easier.
If a homeowner and architect, hopefully the architect's been employed to do that, popped into your showroom, and you must visit, you really go and have a look at the showroom, it's fantastic. Can you give people an idea of, from a cost point of view, to say, let's use this on the floor, let's use this on the wall, and so on?
Yes. We do give quite a good indication of what our contractors would also ask you. So obviously product costs we can give you, we sell the products, but usually how it works is you hire your contractor and you do everything through your contractor. So you'll pay them 1 per square meter price and they'll be providing you with the product and the labor. But we can give you a very, very good indication of a starting price of what the contractor would ask. But all the contractors are independent, so they all have their own prices and they do vary. But obviously we'll also give you at least 3 contractors' details so you can get a different quotes and see and compare. But we can give you a good indication of what they will ask you.
Okay. So from a planning point of view, obviously we're talking about a product that's very much around finishing. But one mustn't forget that the screed levels and your finished floor levels need to be planned up front. And if you're going to use a Cemcrete product with a laminate joining it, that needs to be dealt with. And I promise you, if the architect hasn't been employed to do that, just to get the plan submitted, he's not even going to talk to you about it. And you bump into it when it's too late, now you've got a step in your floor. So there are a number of things that need to be planned, and by talking to Cemcrete and like the other guys we're going to talk to this morning, they do this for free. Obviously they want your business, but they can give you all this information for free. It just takes a bit of time.
Cement can crack. It does crack. Let's put it that way. It does crack. There's absolutely. If somebody tells you they can guarantee no cracks, they are lying. It can crack. There are very different reasons why it can crack. The cracks that usually worry people and that are very unsightly are usually the structural cracks, and that comes down to bad planning, bad prep work, and that sort of thing. Those cracks should be avoided. So if you have got them, it's because the contractor probably did something wrong or didn't prepare it right. The other cracks that are actually part of the look and feel and give you that natural look are the very hairline cracks, which you almost don't really see. But that's just the normal curing process of cement. It does have a shrinking factor, and it gives you that tiny little cracks, sort of map cracking, but very faint. If it's very bad and it's lifting or anything, then obviously something's gone wrong and it hasn't been done right.
Joanne, can you help the architect should know how to do this. That's why he's an architect, and he may need an engineer to advise him.
Yes.
But if the floor's quite large, you put in control joints or expansion joints, which don't have to look like a structural joint. You could put a different material in there. Yeah. But is it important to plan those joints?
Very important, yes. Yeah. A lot of builders actually think that just laying an entire screen and then just cutting what look like control joints will work. It won't. It has to be properly planned from the beginning and actually put down in the correct way.
Correct.
So that must be planned from the beginning.
Great. And then it's just a bit of maintenance.
Very easy.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Dogs and kids and
I've got them all. So no, it's very easy. We do have a Crete care range if you do want to do polishing or any of that, but honestly, just a very light detergent, no ammonia, as long as you don't use ammonia, that affects the sealers, but even sunlight liquid, tiny bit in water, daily washing, weekly, it's honestly up to you at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks so much.
Come to our show.
Thanks.